All right, it's good to see you guys. The results tonight are disappointing and frustrating. I give a lot of credit to Coach Kleiman and Kansas State. I thought they played physical, they executed. I thought they were really on point tonight. And then, I wanted to say how appreciative we are to the crowd that showed up tonight. I know, chilly night and all that, and it was a big crowd, and so, to have that and to be able to play in front of that is not lost on us. I just am disappointed and frustrated like you all, just with our execution, and so a whole lot to learn from and improve on, and our aim is to do that. I think with this team, every day of every week of every month has been a constant push and pull and really tug of war to get our best selves to kind of show up. And so, it continues on. And it's a good fight to have because there's so much potential there and so much, there's a greatness there that likes to kind of stay hidden. And you really have to work to kind of get it brave enough to show up. And so we're aiming to do that, and still a lot to play for with these next two games. So take any questions you guys got.
Dave, when Will Howard came in there, he seemed to give them a real boost. Was that just a big difference going against him, just the way he plays?
I appreciate that. Yeah, there's the attack is different when he's in there. If it was a second and long and he wasn't in there, it'd probably be a run. If it was a second and long, he's in there, it'd probably be a pass. And then the types of passes too. And so there's some adjustments in that. And I give credit to them just for their execution. I think when we look at the film tonight and tomorrow and all of it, we're going to see a lot of misalignments and everything by us, and so a fair amount of self-inflicted wounds by us, but not to take away from their part of it. I thought they did a great job.
Dave, Dylan mentioned how the Big 12 title, that being on the line tonight, was something that guys were focused on, or maybe too much. Do you feel like that crept into the guys too much so this week? I'm
sure it did. I appreciate that question. I think, and that's was not a focus of ours and just not an emphasis. And I think if it did, which I would believe that it did, it would be on par with this year. And so that goes back to the tug of war and the push and pull and just all of it. And so we will continue.
Dave, obviously losses like that are hard, but what'd you go into the locker room and tell them whenever you guys got inside?
I appreciate that. I still believe in them, and that things like this hurt, and that there's a lot to learn and grow from this. I think that we're still fighting to get out of our own way, and I think you look at just what goes into a game and what goes into a win. And starting on Monday through maybe a Thursday or a Friday practice week, and I thought there's a lot of good things there in this particular one. You could even say might have been our best week of just energy and effort and speeds and just all of it. I think the thing to really kind of, and I don't have all the answers with it now, but to really kind of look at the headspace in the hotel from Friday night to this, I think is where we really have to improve, per the question prior.
Dave, it felt like a couple of your most successful offensive drives came when you guys went up tempo. Do you wish you would have gone to that more today or done something else to kind of change things up and get some kind of spark?
Appreciate that. Yeah, I thought that there was some good momentum to start the game with our drive, and until they were able to make a play on us to take the ball away. And I just think in the past we've been hit like that and punched like that, maybe take something on the chin, and we kind of get down on a knee and we kind of come back. And that did not happen, tonight. As hard as it is to say that did not. And so that is something that way needs to be addressed and needs to be kind of owned so that we can get up next time. 'Cause you look ahead, and we're going to take some punches for sure. And so to be our best requires, a rise. We're aiming to do that.
Coach, what would you consider an appropriate response from your team to this loss?
I think playing with an energy that says when the game starts that I want to be here, that this is nowhere else I'd rather be. I think playing with an edge in the game, regardless of the outcome or the result, that, I'm going to out-hit you next time, or my level of violence is only going to rise regardless of, score or outcome. And then, that I'm going to do my 1/11th, that there's an execution and that there's a trust in my teammates, to my left and right, that I can do my job in a violent manner and they can do theirs. And I think that's what it's been from the beginning, and we're still fighting for that.
Coach, Deuce got going in the first half, and especially like in the passing game. Why was he so successful?
I think I appreciate that. I think it was good. It was, so Kansas State is a very strong game plan outfit. And so a lot of the talk for us throughout the week, really, and then we have a staff meeting always prior to the game, is that, hey, we're going to see some stuff in the beginning. It's going to be their plan. We're going to have an idea of it. We need to make the adjustments, and we got to have it drawn up and all of it and settle everybody down and kind of respond. So I think some of it was for that, right? And then I think some of it was, their level of execution and our inability to execute, after the wave, after, hey, this is what's coming. Hey, this is what it is. Hey, notice how wide he is. Hey, last time it was the same thing. And so I think those are things where, we've been in this before, and the standard is higher. Thank you, guys.